But do not hurry the journey at all. Better if it lasts for years, so that you are old by the time you reach the island, wealthy with all you have gained on the way, not expecting Ithaca to make you rich. Ithaca gave you the marvelous journey. Without her, you would not have set out. She has nothing left to give you now. And if you find her poor, Ithaca won't have fooled you. Wise as you will have become, so full of experience, you will have understood by then what these Ithacas mean.
So a brief apology for our text snafu. We didn't have the Greek text in the background, but this hopefully gave you an opportunity to see how the translation varies from translator to translator. Probably a good way to cross-check verses. With this poem, Cavafy offers us a road to life, an alternative that can become our guide individually. The key word here is individually. Cavafy resonates differently with the psyche of each one of us as an individual in an existential sense. Cavafy does not speak to us as Greeks, or as historians, or as aesthetes, or as any other group characterization or label. His oblique poems are individually universal. For that reason, it's no surprise that his work is ever more relevant as time passes, as our society becomes less innocent, and pragmatic introspection, cynicism even, replaces more and more the idealism of earlier generations. This becomes strikingly apparent in Alexandrian kings.
Αλεξανδρινοί βασιλείς. Μαζεύτηκαν οι Αλεξανδρινοί να δουν της Κλεοπάτρας τα παιδιά, τον Κεσαρίωνα και τα μικρά του αδέρφια, Αλέξανδρο και Πτολεμαίο, που πρώτη φορά τα άβγαζαν έξω στο γυμνάσιο, εκεί να τα κηρύξουν βασιλείς, με στη λαμπρή παράταξη των στρατιωτών. Ο Αλέξανδρος, τον είπαν βασιλέα της Αρμενίας, της Μηδίας και των Πάρθων. Ο Πτολεμαίος, τον είπαν βασιλέα της Κιλικίας, της Συρίας και της Φινίκης. Ο Κεσαρίων στέκονταν πιο εμπροστά, ντυμένος σε μετάξι τριανταφυλλή, στο στήθος του ανθοδέσμια από ιακύλθους. Η ζώνη του διπλή σειρά σαπφύρων και αμεθύστων, δεμένα τα ποδήματά του μ' άσπρες κορδέλες και ντυμένες με ροδόφραγα μαργαριτάρια. Αυτόν τον είπαν πιότερο από τους μικρούς. Αυτόν τον είπαν βασιλέα των βασιλέων. Οι Αλεξανδρινοί ένιωθαν βέβαια που ήσαν λόγια αυτά και θεατρικά. Αλλά η μέρα ήταν ζεστή και ποιητική, ο ουρανός ένα γαλάζιο ανοιχτό, το Αλεξανδρινό Γυμνάσιον ένα θριαμβικό κατόρθωμα της τέχνης, των αυλικών η πολυτέλεια έκτακτη, του Κεσαρίων ολοχάρης και μορφιά, της Κλεοπάτρας Υιός, αίμα των λαγιδών. Και οι Αλεξανδρινοί έτρεχαν πια στην εορτή και ενθουσιάζονταν και πεφημούσαν ελληνικά και αιγυπτιακά και πιο εβραίικα, γοητευμένοι με το ωραίο θέαμα. Μόλο που βέβαια ήξευραν τι άξιζαν αυτά, τι κούφια λόγια ήσανε αυτές οι βασιλείες.
Cavafys' skepticism is exemplary. For all his right-minded scorn for politics and their Philistinism, he's able, because of this skepticism, to project himself into people who hold opposing points of view. We find the Christian point of view, and we find the pagan. Few poets have such an honest respect for truth, such an appreciation for everyone else, including for the unfortunate priest of the formerly grandiose pagan temple of Alexandria, the Serapion. The Serapion of Alexandria was eventually burned down by the Christian troops of Emperor Theodosius in the 4th century AD. The following poem is set at the turbulent years just before the final destruction of the temple. Ιερεύς του Σεραπείου. Τον γέροντα καλόν πατέρα μου, τον αγαπώντα με το ίδιο πάντα. Τον γέροντα καλόν πατέρα μου θρηνό, που πέθανε προχθές, ο λίγο πριν χαράξει. Ιησού Χριστέ, τα παραγγέλματα της ιερωτά της Εκκλησίας σου, να τηρώ εις κάθε πράξη μου, εις κάθε λόγο, εις κάθε σκέψη, είναι η προσπάθειά μου η καθημερινή. Και όσους σε αρνούνται, τους αποστρέφομαι. Αλλά τώρα θρηνώ, οδύρωμαι Χριστέ για τον πατέρα μου, μόλο που ήτανε φρικτόν υγιή στο επικατάρατον Σεράπιον ιερεύς. In one of his poems, the deeply empathetic pragmatism of Cavafy on matters religious becomes explicit, thus creating, with not one word too many, an unerasable tableau. Now here it is, one of Cavafy's earliest poems, Prayer.
Μέησης. Η θάλασσα στα βάθη της πήρε ένα ναύτη. Η μάνα του ανήξερη. Πιένει κι ανάφτη. Στην Παναγία μπροστά ένα υψηλό κερί, για να επιστρέψει γρήγορα και έναν καλή καιρή. Και όλο προς τον άνεμο στείνει ταυτή. Αλλά ενώ προσεύχεται και δέεται αυτή, η εικόν ακούει, σοβαρή και λυπημένη, ξέροντας πως δεν θα έρθει πια ο Υιός που περιμένει.
But the appreciation and skepticism does not replace values. Cavafy's poems demonstrate that values, though eroded and menaced, are not dead, as best exemplified in Thermopylae, one of his earliest poems written in 1903. Thermopylae refers to the place where a small contingent of Greeks, the almost legendary 300, fought the invading Persians, the Medes of the poem, in the year 480 BC. The Greeks were grossly outnumbered and had no chance of winning or surviving, especially since a traitor among them, Ephialtes, had already betrayed their position to the Medes. Nevertheless, they stayed on and died, since that was their moral duty. This short poem is a rich place to observe Cavafy's art in the original, his rich interplay of purist and colloquial Greek that has provided a new dimension of expression in the modern Greek language.
Thermopylae. τιμή σε εκείνους όπου στη ζωή των όρισαν και φυλάγουν θερμοπύλες. Ποτέ από το χρέος μη κινούντες. Δίκαιη κοίηση σε όλες των τες πράξεις, αλλά με λύπη κιόλας και ευσπλαχνία. Γενναίοι ως Άκης είναι πλούσιοι και όταν είναι πτωχοί, πάλι μικρών γενναίοι, πάλι συντρέχοντες όσο μπορούνε. Πάντοτε την αλήθεια ομιλούντες, πλην χωρίς μίσος για τους ψευδομένους. Και περισσότερη τιμή τους πρέπει όταν προβλέπουν, και πολλοί προβλέπουν, πως εφιάλτης θα φανεί στο τέλος, κι οι μύδοι επιτέλους θα διαβούν.
A broader exploration of the same theme of values, which we are bound to either uphold or transcend, is "Che fece il gran rifiuto," taken from a line of Dante, the patriarch of Italian poets, whom Cavafy admired. Dante was referring to the resignation of Pietro da Morone, who became pope with the name Celestinus V in the year 1294 and resigned within 5 months, stating his desire to return to his humble pre-papal life as founder of the Celestine monks. In line with the tumultuous politics of his time, Celestinus' desire was not fulfilled. He was imprisoned due to the unfounded fear of his successor Pope, Boniface VIII, that Celestinus posed a threat to him. Celestinus died in prison a few months later. Che fece il gran rifiuto. Σε μερικούς ανθρώπους έρχεται μια μέρα που πρέπει το μεγάλο ναι ή το μεγάλο το όχι να πούνε. Φανερώνεται αμέσως όποιος το έχει έτοιμο μέσα του το ναι. Και λέγοντάς το, πέρα πηγαίνει, στην τιμή και στην πεποίθησή του. Ο αρνηθής δεν μετανιώνει. Αν ρωτιούνταν πάλι, όχι θα ξαναέλεγε. Κι όμως τον καταβάλει εκείνο το όχι, το σωστό, της όλη τη ζωή του. The complete line from the Inferno of Dante's Divine Comedy reads, "Che fece per viltà il gran rifiuto," which means, who, due to cowardice, made the great refusal. Cavafy's omission of the words per viltà, due to cowardice, from the poem's title, provides us with a significant glimpse into the personality of the poet. Cavafy, who was meticulously conscious about his image, was always concerned that others would perceive his predilection for a solitary, low-risk, poetically expressed life as a sign of cowardice, a way to avoid grabbing the life by the horns, as we would say here in Texas. His concern, of course, was not unjustified. During his life, many of the people who experienced his deeply informed points of view in long conversations with him strongly believed that his business acumen would have earned him fortunes in the commercial arena of Alexandria. But Cavafy was indeed